You move closer to examine one of the red squares, which remind you strongly of the paper you found that had James's writing on it. As you get closer, however, you discover that these are not papers, but bright, blood-red panes of red glass, upon which messages are etched, once again in your uncle's handwriting. The red panes are the only glass remaining in the windows. You can barely see the ground. There's so much dense fog. You feel nauseous and dizzy. Your stomach does even more unpleasant flips as you walk around the roof and read the messages. Not her. Not her. Don't need you. It's my fault. How could you? Kill you. Why would your uncle write this? And when? Who is this a message to? You fight down the urge to throw up as you read your uncle's desperate-seeming thoughts. Exhausted, nauseous, and twisted up emotionally beyond belief, you stumble over to the couch and collapse on it, ignoring its incongruity being on the lonely rooftop, and ignoring, for now, the box in the other seat. You whip out your cigarettes, pull out the last one. God knows you've earned it. The cushions are comfortable, and you roll your head back and close your eyes. You sit there, relaxed, with an ear open for trouble, trying to forget about all the weird shit going on, until the cigarette is nothing more than a stub. You pull the box to your lap and examine it. It's pretty large, latched, but not apparently locked. With some trepidation, you open it, hoping it won't spray acid, or contain a still beating heart, or something stupid like that. As you open it, a soft, chiming and tinkling melody begins to play within. It's a musical jewelry box, with a spinning white tutued ballerina. You recognize the melody it plays, Swan Lake. The notes send a little chill through you. On one of the little velvet platforms sits the box's sole content, a pair of tweezers. You turn the tweezers over in your hand, and it dawns on you. This is exactly what you need to get that thing that's jammed in the second floor door out. It almost seems like you're being led around by the nose. With a sigh, you put the tweezers in your pocket, hoping you'll be able to find them again in the growing mass of clutter. Then you head back to the stairs. Hopefully, they'll take you back to the third floor. As you climb the stairs, your mind doing somersaults to wrap itself around the fact that you might actually be going down, you feel none of the impending dread that characterized your descent. That's good, at least. Then suddenly, framed in the dim light leaking in at the top of the stairs, you see something. A silhouette. Hoping to God this is Evelyn and not another monstrosity, you call out, "Hello? Who's there?" Before your eyes, the form just vanishes, fading away like the frost at the dawn. Something small and pale flutters down the staircase and lands a step near the door. You close the remaining steps between you and the object. Scooping it up in your hands, it's a pair of pages of paper that look like they were torn out of a notebook of some kind. You can't read them well on the staircase, so you head back up to the lit hall, ready for any trouble that might meet you there. Thankfully, the hallway is empty, and you risk a moment to glance at the papers. When you see what's written on them, you stare in shock. The writing is yours, and describes an incident from your childhood, when you were maybe 8 or 9. You don't really remember writing this at all. Even if you did, how did it get to Silent Hill? The message reads, "Mom went out on a date tonight, so Uncle James was my babysitter. And he let me stay up late and watch a movie with him. But it was really scary. It was about these people who were replaced by aliens that looked like them but weren't like them at all. And they were grown in pods. I got scared because I didn't want to be replaced, or to have my friends or Mom or Uncle James replaced either. When it was time to go to bed, I asked Uncle James to sit with me because I was scared. He said okay, as long as I didn't tell Mom he was smoking in my room. I said it was all right, even though he told my mom he was quitting. I like the smell of smoke, because it smells like him to me. When I was going to sleep, I asked James if the movie had scared him. He told me no. I asked him why. He just shrugged. Someday I want to be as brave as my uncle, because he's not scared of anything, even pod people." You fold the pages up and put them in your coat with your photograph. You'll think about what they mean later, when you find your Uncle James, because you will find him. and these growing mountains of weird shit in this place no way precludes that. Or so you tell yourself. With the tweezers now in hand, you head back the corridor to get back to the door on the second floor. As you turn the corner, you stop dead in your tracks. The Kewpie doll is sitting in the middle of the hallway, its damaged mechanical voice still trying to grind out noise. You flip the fuck out. Pipe in hand, you wail on the doll again and again, ignoring its cries as blood splashes from the cracks in its form. It doesn't move. It doesn't struggle. You beat the thing to a bloody mess. The broken pieces of its Kewpie doll exterior lie in ruin around the huddled inner mass. The special surprise inside looks like a giant chicken fetus with legs. Its smell makes you sick to your stomach. You're about to reach down with a pipe to inspect the remains when the thing twitches limply. Your kill it instincts engage, and you do the first deadly thing you can think of. You stomp up and down on the thing, your heel crushing its soft skull and reducing the whole thing to a sticky paste. You spend the minute fighting back the bile in your throat and rubbing your shoe on the clean carpet. You drag your foot across the carpet as you head down the hallway, trying not to think about the thing inside the doll. How disgusting. When you get to the door, the room that leads to the second floor, you reach out and touch the knob. It's freezing cold. You shrug the jacket off your shoulders and pull one of the sleeves out over your hand. You don't want your hand to freeze to the knob, or anything else. The material of the jacket makes it hard to get a grip, but eventually you manage to turn the knob and pull the door open a little bit. You feel cool air flowing out from the room, which is markedly different from the way you left it. You're not sure whether or not the light has gone out in the room. It seems dark, but light enough to see fairly well. You listen carefully, but you don't hear anything inside the room. You shrug back into your jacket and carefully open the door, tightening your grip on the pipe. You grit your teeth and step into the dark room. A blast of cold air greets you. It's immediately apparent where it's coming from. The curtains are blowing in a stiff, freezing wind. Though you know you're almost certain to regret it, you can't bring yourself to just leave the window alone. You stalk up to it angrily and pull away the curtains, shivering in the freezing wind. Behind the curtains is no window at all. A bricked-up wall stares you in the face. You stare back at it. The wind doesn't even have the common decency to stop. It just continues blowing through the bricked-up area, like a giant fuck you made out of masonry. You reach out and touch the bricks, half expecting your hand to pass right through them. But no, the wall is solid, and as real as anything else you've encountered here might be. You can't find any cracks or holes in the mortar where the wind could be coming through either. You give the window up for a lost cause. You don't have all day to play around with it. With a sigh, you fish the rabbit token out of your pocket and open up the passage again. Apprehensively, you start to crawl through it, hoping against hope it doesn't pitch you into the darkness again, or turn you upside down, or anything else.